Alright, hi everyone, welcome back to another live stream. So this is gonna be the second part of my personal attempt to achieve the highest wave possible. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys my current progress and how far I've been able to go through in this particular attempt. So yeah, I hope you guys are well. And this is actually my current status on my attempt. I've ended up using sometimes the global abilities like Firestorm and Nuke because of the fact that enemies at this stage, like I'm very close to wave 2000 and they have around like 5 billion HP. There are many enemies, and my snipers, the towers I placed, even though they're max level, they just can't destroy the enemies. So enemies are so hard to be destroyed that yeah, they're gonna just push forward, and not even like having placed so many crashers as well, this doesn't help. Yeah, I've recently just go over 1 billion score, and yeah, I've placed all these freezing towers, all these blasts as well, some more crashers down here, some others up here, also flamethrowers every now and then, for the extra slow, and also for the ultimate proc when you can just one-shot enemies. And yeah, some more freezings around, just to make sure that I always have at least 8 freezing towers for the enemies, so that they receive the highest amount of percentage damage. And that's it. Like, I haven't really done much else. And yeah, I've been able to create these permanent snowball kind of cascade on the enemies. But yeah, despite that, the enemies are just too strong and they're able to push forward. Yeah, these snipers here, I've just set them on nearest so that hopefully I can proc the ultimate explosion because of their HP. Then every now and then also I play some venoms for the ultimate effect. And then some other snipers appear, but the fact is that the enemies are just too strong. Now I've changed here how the map looks like, because see that if I do this, you can't see anything because of so many blasts and so many freezings I've placed. So you can't really distinguish the towers. Instead, if you click here, well, it's much easier to see. So that's why I have done that. And now taking a look at the miners, I have just let the timer run out. At this stage, I cannot really defeat the waves fast enough. So even if I click auto wave, I can't really do anything. And my miners here, I've still 1 hour left of double speed, around 1 hour left. So that's very good. And well, my busy towers, these bottom ones, have very recently reached 1 billion experience. So that's why you can see that it says here bazillion. These ones at the corners have 825 million. The ones in the center, 132. And these ones up here also, they're getting very close to 1 billion experience. And the ones in the corners are the ones that are the lowest. Like these ones have 322 million, right around that. And these ones at the top, 346 million. So yeah, that's been my progress so far. You can see the enemies, unfortunately, they can push. And now another problem is that the game at this stage like slows down a lot. Like there are so many enemies in the screen. Like even if I zoom out, if there are no like effects or anything, like the units per second, it gets lower and lower the more enemies are in the screen. There are just so many enemies in the screen that's why the game like starts to lag. Not really because of the FPS, but because of the units per second. Deviant, hi, welcome to the stream. So this is my current progress. I just wanted to document this because of the fact I'm getting close to wave 2000. And therefore, and yeah, I'm getting some of the basic towers, are reaching 1 billion experience. So that's why I was also wanted to show you guys that. And then my miners have around 1 hour left. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try to wait until my miners reach 0. So until I don't have any more this double mining speed. And after that is where I'm gonna then do the trick with Gauss. Even though, you know, my busy towers might not have like full amount of experience, you know, especially these ones in the corners that have like less than even 500,000 experience, but still. Otherwise, I'm gonna end up like struggling so much. Like these enemies are just way too strong, and I just can't deal with them. So yeah, it's just time for Gauss. And yeah, let's see afterwards. You know, once I do the trick with Gauss and once I place my modifiers, you know, I'm gonna sell all these snipers up here. Well, maybe not all of them, but definitely I'm gonna remove the modifiers. I'm gonna get the modifiers for my Gausses, and then we'll see after that how long I can survive. How long did it take? Well, a lot. I don't know exactly how much real time it took. Like you can see here that the playtime so far has been 26 hours, right? Yeah, 26 hours, but of in-game time. So that means that it's a lot less real hours. Unfortunately, because of this drop in UPS, units per second, the real time starts to be almost identical to the game time. So that's why, yeah, the game just slows down, and so it takes longer to go through the waves and to go through everything. You can see here, guys, how slow the game is. And this is not really caused by snowballs. It's not the snowballs that's causing this, it's just the amount of enemies in the screen. Like, there are way too many enemies. Because remember that every crasher here is holding up to 8 enemies. So, like, multiply the amount of crashers I have here times 8, plus all the enemies in the path, plus some more crashers down here. So there are like at least 1,000 enemies in the screen right now at the same time. And that's why it's causing the UPS to go down. Why don't you build new towers? You have 2 million. Because of the fact that at this stage, like, enemies have billions of HP. So even if I build more towers, like more snipers or more offensive towers, it wouldn't really change that much. I wouldn't really do any significant damage to these enemies. And so yeah, that's the reason. Maybe only snipers could be attempted, you know, if I build more snipers, maybe, you know, with the crits, with the damage that they get, they could, you know, do millions of damage, and therefore, you know, it could help. But yeah, at this stage, like, even if you build the new towers, it doesn't really make that much difference. Maybe it might help me just to get a bit more of maximum DPS, but nothing more than that. I'm keeping still the bounties, because something I wanted to show you guys as well is that look at how many crushers I've placed. Like 3 here, 4 here, so that's 7. Then 10, then here 13, 16, 18, 19, plus all these ones, right? So I placed, I don't know, around 50 crushers. Look at the cost. Like, if I wanted to place one more, it would cost me almost 100,000 coins. And not only that, these crushers I placed, I've never even maxed them. Like these ones on the left side, I've maxed them all. But look here at the ones in the bottom, they're only level 4. And look here how much it costs to upgrade them. Like if I want to upgrade it once, it costs here 151,000 coins. Just one level. And if you click here, if I wanted to upgrade all of them, just one level, look at this. Look at how many coins I would need to upgrade all the remaining crushers to level 5 only, like the level 4. Yeah, it's just insane. Like, crushers become insanely expensive. And so yeah, that's why I haven't really filled like all these top side. I haven't really built more crushers because of the fact that I just can't. I don't have enough coins. So probably here I might place maybe some snipers. Maybe that could be something I could do. Yeah, I'm still keeping bounties here for the moment, but you see that overall they have given me 2 million coins. But yeah, the highest amount of coins is actually coming from the killed enemies. As you can see here, 13 million, and then 13 million from the wave calls. That at this stage of the game I'm not really earning anymore because of the fact I'm just letting the timer run out. But yeah, most of the coins I'm earning is actually from just killing the enemies. So yeah, an idea could be here like to sell all these bounties and to fill all these platforms with snipers. And that's it. like to have some more snipers, you know, that can attack the enemies around, that can do some damage. So that could be maybe an idea to try to survive a bit longer. But as I said before, like I don't really have that much time left. Like I have now less than an hour remaining of double mining speed on these miners. And once they reach 0, that's where I'm gonna just do the trick with Gauss. So yeah, you can see enemies pushing forward. At a certain stage, these snowballs stop stunning enemies. Like they can be stunned only once. After they're stunned once by the snowball, enemies become like immune. You can see here the enemies with the icon, right? They're being stunned, and then that's it. Like after they're stunned the first time, then enemies are gonna be able to just push forward, and yeah, they can't be stunned anymore. You can see also that right here, the enemies are probably also being stunned and knocked backwards by these blasts right at the beginning. And unfortunately, in the game works that every stun, like every time you stun an enemy, it becomes less likely that you're gonna be able to stun it, and also the stun lasts less. So that's why you can see enemies at a certain stage, they're not stunned anymore, because they're just immune to stun, pretty much. By the way, my score is very slowly up. The score is going up still because of the fact that I'm mining. Most of the score is coming actually from miners. The fact that I'm still earning resources, and so that's the mining. Plus also the enemies killed every now and then, because you can see like I still able to kill some enemies, especially with the disoriented enemies from crashers. That's where most of my kills are coming from. But yeah, that's the majority of the score is because of the miners. Sorry, you can see here, if I could put on the screen the score for the total, my total score, you can see that the vast majority of my score comes from from vehicles and from mining. Actually, mining is the highest, 700 million. Then it goes vehicles, 200 and almost 50 million. And then there is kill waves, 8 million, and then lastly it's kill enemies. So the kill enemies is the least amount of score that I'm earning. The vast majority is from mining, and yeah. So that's why the score is still going up, because of all the mining that I'm doing. And that's it. You can see here every now and then also the disoriented enemies. These ones here, violet ones, that are going into the wrong direction. And these enemies are the ones that are actually killing these enemies here. Like look, for example, these two, right? They're gonna be able to kill some of these enemies because they carry so much HP. Because remember that Crasher, like these rendered enemies are gonna have a percentage of the real enemy HP. So if enemies have billions of HP, then these rendered enemies also have billions of HP. So that's why, like, most of my kills right now are coming from Crasher's disorientation, from these rendered enemies. And yeah, that's why. And that's it, guys. Unfortunately, the game, you can see, is like it goes slower and slower. Like the more enemies are on the screen, the slower it goes. And yeah, it's just unfortunate because of the fact that you can see that even if I slow the speed, if I increase the speed, like, it doesn't really change that much. So yeah, it's just the huge lag because of the thousands and thousands of enemies that are in the screen at the same time. So yeah, the game starts to struggle, you know, at these stages. And yeah, so I'm getting closer here to Web 2000. What is the basic tower for? Oh, the basic tower is to gain as much experience as possible, so then I can do the cloning process. With the ultimate, I can clone one Gauss, and then with the cloned Gauss, I can actually get the clone Gauss to get as a lot of percentage of damage, so that my Gausses are a lot stronger. That's why, that's the purpose of the basic towers. And yeah, that's why I'm trying to give to them as much experience as possible. So yeah, these two here are reaching almost 1 billion experience. You're gonna see here that once they reach 1 billion, that's where you don't see the numbers anymore. You just read here 1 bazillion. So yeah, that's it. And then now what I've been doing is that I've been just waiting for these enemies to push forward and forward and to almost reach the base. And then I've been using some global abilities like Farstorm and Nuke, one of the two. Farstorm, it's like I don't really like it a lot because of the fact that it can't kill the healers. I place here more portals because of the fact that I wanted really to stack more the double mining time, and so I ended up placing portals that contain healers. And unfortunately, that means that pretty much healers are immune to flame, are immune to any fire damage, and that's why, yeah, if I use Farstorm, all the healers in the screen are immune to that. So yeah, that's unfortunate. You can see the healers because they have the plus icon every now and then. So yeah, that's it. So that's what I've been doing. And yeah, unfortunately the game really slows down a lot, so it takes like a lot longer to progress through just because of how laggy the game is. But yeah, once I reach here the lowest time, I'm gonna actually you know, use Gauss and do the trick. I'm gonna have to do the trick with each singular tower differently because of the fact that if you just add some frames, then that's where the game like you couldn't use the ability correctly, and so you end up like wasting all those millions and billions of experience. You end up like wasting them. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do one single basic each time. But yeah, the basics that have the lowest experience are the ones, these ones right here, the ones in the center but at the sides. 327 million almost. This one 325 million. So yeah, these ones, like these Gausses from these 4 basics, are gonna be the weakest ones, like the ones that are gonna have the lowest amount of damage because of the percentage from the second ability. Then the ones that have the most are these ones right here in the bottom. They have already reached 1 billion. Then we have the ones in the top, in the center, these two, that are around 188 million. Then these ones here in the center, once again, 446 million. And then the ones in the corners, 436 million here, 35 million there. And yeah, now something that I was debating is that actually after using like global abilities, right, until I don't have any more of this double time, what I could do potentially is I could just transform like this particular basic, right? I could get one singular Gauss right here, and this singular Gauss should actually allow me to keep on surviving and to kill all the enemies. And therefore, because of that, I could maybe just leave all the other basics. Like I might not need to do the trick with basics like all at once. I could do just this one, right? That it's already past the billion mark. I could do just this one, get a Gauss that, you know, deals trillions of damage, and therefore should be able to handle these waves like until probably wave 3000 pretty smoothly. So that I can once again call the next waves early. I can start saving once again. I can get more double time, and I can get all the other basics, right, that are still here. I could just save them up so they can keep on gaining experience, and then, you know, once that single Gauss is not enough anymore, that's when I can place another. Like I could do the trick with next one, and then with the next one. Like I don't have to like do all of them at once. So that's something that I was thinking about as well. That like I don't have to get like all the 12 gases all at once. I could get just one, survive longer, then get 2, survive until I can, then 3, right? And once I see enemies being too tough, then I can start getting also the ones in the side, and so on. So in that way I can build Gausses that progressively get stronger, because basics, you know, are just keep on earning experience. So yeah, that could be something, you know, that I could do. And Gauss here without any modifiers, just Gauss, you know, level 10, with the first, the second ability, power, you know, doing as much damage as possible. And I think I should be able to reach at least like 1 trillion, even without any... Maybe I could place 1 damage modifier down here, but that should be it. Of course, because I'm gonna place Gauss, I'm not gonna have any more of these bases, so I could sell this basic and I could place maybe this modifier, right? It's right here. I could place it up here because Gauss is gonna be here. But yeah, that's the only thing like I would need to change. You will get 4 million money multiplier green peppers for this game. Oh, seriously? I don't know about that. Like if I pause the game, look here at the amount of green peppers I've earned so far. 28.2 million. That's not a lot, really, if you think about like it's wave 2000 right now. So yeah, it just depends, I guess. Okay, Deviant, hi, bye-bye. Have a nice day. I know that many of you guys that are watching the stream like do not live in Europe, so this might be a very early time for many other players. But I'm pretty sure that you guys are going to be able to watch this even later on. So I hope you can enjoy the series. And I think that right now, at this moment, like the real time is actually moving faster than the game time. Because look here, these seconds are actually slower than real seconds. So yeah, at this stage, the game is even slower than real time. So I'm actually... wasting more time in playing like this than the real time. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna just wait again for these enemies to push forward. Then I might use 1 nuke, and then after that I can just sell all these bounties and I can fill all these parts with snipers once again, just to do some more damage and to see if I can slow down the progress of these enemies. Maybe I could just start placing the snipers right now, right? Because of the fact that they're not gonna really able to kill. Like at the moment, enemies have so much HP that I don't think snipers can do anything. So I could at least place them. I don't care about bounties because they're not gonna really heal them any enemies, so I'm not gonna really lose anything. Yeah, let's do that. Ark, hi, welcome to the stream. So let's go like that, and let's go all of them level 10. Yeah, it shouldn't really be that expensive. Only crushers at this moment are super expensive. And I can place them on... yeah, let's go on first. Why not? Why not? Look at the lag, it's insane. Like this is slower than real time. So first and the second ability, of course. Yeah, level 10 actually might be the one that helps, but you only proc it after you have 2 regular kills. So that's why even at this stage, snipers don't really get that many, because it becomes pretty hard even to kill enemies. And most enemies are actually killed by flamethrower because of the proc here of flamethrower ultimate, one-shotting enemies. And yeah, the game is super laggy because of the amount of enemies. This is not because of the snowballs, guys. This is not because of anything else, but because of the amount of enemies in the screen. Like there are, I think that maybe at this stage, like there could be 2,000 enemies in the screen, considering also all the enemies that are being held by Crusher. So yeah, it could be very well above 2,000 enemies at the same time in the screen. And yeah, that is what is causing this insane lag. Yeah, this is actually a lot slower than real time. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds, right? It's super slow. But yeah, enemies are getting actually very far. Enemies are right now here, so they have just this very last part to do. Straight, going down, and then when they're gonna be around here, I'm gonna wait for the wave to spawn, and then I'm gonna use a global ability. So yeah, that's it. Unfortunately, also I had to change here how the game looks like, because see what happens if I have this mode active, where I can actually see the numbers. It's very cool. This, like, I prefer this view, but yeah, it's just I have so many freezings, so many stuff, that it's just very hard to even see. Look at that. You can see anything. So yeah, for that reason I've just changed here the look. I've also disabled like all the settings. Like, I've reduced them to the maximum, but still, you know, the UPS is super low. Like, it's 20 units per second. That's super slow. Yeah. So enemies are right here at the moment. So most of my kills at the moment are coming from the zombie enemies, from the disoriented enemies. These ones right here, you can see every now and then. These enemies are disoriented from Crusher. Snipers here, level 12. Yeah. I see that even at this stage, like, I'm able to, like, once I get my towers level 10, the experience that they get from both attacking enemies but also from the passive experience is very nice. So that is what causes these towers to level up pretty quickly. So yeah, they can reach level 20. You know, I can get the ultimate in a pretty reasonable amount of time. And yeah, that's it. That's how the map looks like at the moment. Yeah, super laggy, super slow. But there's nothing I can do about that. Literally, I have disabled all the settings possible, and still the UPS is just like that. And there isn't much difference now. Look, if I reduce the speed of the game, it's the same. See, it doesn't change. It doesn't change. It's the same. Okay, these basic towers are getting closer and closer to 1 billion experience, and that's where you're gonna see that the numbers change into the letters. Wave 2004. Yeah, depending on the wave, some waves have more HP, some waves have lower HP. But yeah, they are around like 4 billion. 4 billion HP. 3 billion. Let's see, what are enemies? Yeah, here. These are the disoriented enemies. You see that most kills are coming from these enemies because of the fact that these disoriented enemies keep the HP from the real enemy. So yeah, that's why it deals a lot of damage. Okay, 1, 2, wow, almost 3, 2.5 enemies killed. That's very good. Let's see this one. 1, 2, 3. Wow, nice. So yeah, most of my kills at the moment are coming from these disoriented enemies from Crushers level 10. Alright, yeah, let's just keep going here. I can't speed up the game any further, so I still need to wait for these enemies to reach almost my base, and then I'm gonna use the global ability. I would really love to use it even now, because I want to speed up the game, but yeah, I wanna save up as much these abilities as possible, so then I can use them like later on. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do the trick as I said before. Like, I might get 1 Gauss. I might sell a lot of these freezing towers. Like, I could sell them, because once I have Gauss, like, I'm not gonna need anymore the snowball effect. I'm not gonna need anymore so many blasts as well, or so many crushers. Like, I could perfectly fine sell them. So that I don't have any inappropriate like CC. Definitely the crushers here that can reach the enemies right from the beginning, I'm gonna have to sell this. Like, these ones, like 100%. But see that they are very cheap. So that's the problem with crushers. Like, they have placed so many that now, like, upgrading just one of them is super expensive. And so I have to sell these crushers from the latest that I've placed until the newest. So I think the most expensive, I think it might be this one. 1.6 million that it costs. Yeah, this is 1.4, this is 1.1. It could be 2 here. I don't see the number, but yeah, these crushers are incredibly expensive. Yeah, these ones are actually 100,000. So I think the most expensive one might be this one, 510. And then we have these ones, right? Yeah. But level 4, is this one level 4 as well? Yeah. Yeah, 196 million enemies are right here. Yeah, they're getting closer and closer, thankfully, to the base. Also, placing all this blast around, it's useless, like, because all these stuns are actually exhausted in this first part of the map. Like, because of these, I don't know, these 5 or 6 blasts. I could sell all the other ones because of the fact that enemies, they can't be stunned anymore. Like, at a certain stage, they have been stunned so many times that stun doesn't last anything, and yeah, they're immune to stun. So yeah, they can only be stunned right at the beginning. Then stunned also by the snowball, and that's it. So I place this blast around just to have some more global damage, and yeah, in case also I destroy the fighters, these ones, I can still knock backwards the smaller fighters, and yeah, that's it. That's the only reason why I've kept and I placed, you know, all these blasts around. But for the purpose of stunning or knocking backwards, they are completely useless. These enemies are already immune to that. Okay, let's see. So the next wave is this wave is actually being spawned at the moment. Yeah, still some enemies left. Right, here we go. That's the timer. So I'm gonna try to let this timer reach 0, spawn the next wave, and then I'm gonna use the ability. I think I have enough time because I can still keep on killing some of these enemies with the zombie, these rented enemies. So yeah, they shouldn't be able to reach this quickly, the base. I haven't lost any lives so far. I've always been able to kill all the enemies, either with the abilities or with my towers. That's another this rented enemy right there. Killing some. Yeah, very nice. 20 seconds left. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to survive that long. Yeah, because these enemies are almost here. Yeah, 16, 15. Yeah, I don't think so. So yeah, I can't wait for the next wave to spawn. So I'm gonna be ready here, nuke. And yeah, let's use it. Boom. And I look at the game speeds up once again. The game goes very quick. And yeah, so that was another nuke being used. And now these basics should reach 1 billion experience, as I said before, so you should be, guys, seeing the change between the numbers and the letters. So look here. And Bazillion, here we go. As soon as you reach 1 billion, it says Bazillion. Then this one is going to reach 1 billion. And then the next ones that should be closer are these ones in the center. But they are, at the moment, 857 million. Then these ones in the corners, 840 million. And then, unfortunately, these ones are the ones that have the lowest amount of experience. And yeah, see that like as long as the enemies are killed or there aren't many, I still have maximum units per second. Say 120, around 120. Unfortunately though, the more I play, the more, once again, enemies start stacking up. And there are hundreds, then 200 enemies, 300 enemies. And yeah, once they start stacking up, once again, the UPS starts to drop. And yeah, that's when the lag starts to come. Just half an hour left. Half an hour, and that's gonna be it. So half an hour, and I'm gonna do the trick with one of these basics. Probably the one in the bottom. Just one Gauss should be enough to help me survive at least like 1,000 more waves to stack more double time. Yeah. I think maybe I placed too many freezings. Like I'm creating too many snowballs. Oh, here we go. Snipers are level 20. They're attacking, right? Yeah. Yeah, but they are on range tiles. And also, I've said that I'm gonna sell now these bounties. I don't care anymore about the extra coins from them. And I'm gonna place even more snipers. And just get them level 10 as well. There we go. That's it. So just placing some more snipers here just to have some more crits, some more damage, hopefully. Being done to these enemies, but you can see that they can just push forward like nothing. They have so much HP that, yeah, it's just sad. Yeah, that's how the game becomes. Yeah. $60 UPS is still double time compared to the real time. You can see here the seconds going. Oh, 2 seconds here is like 1 second in real life. But yeah, the more enemies are in the screen, the lower this UPS becomes, and that's where the game like just lags like crazy. Enemies already are here. Like it's insane how much they can push. I cannot even damage them. Like other than these red enemies that can kill them, but other than that, like I'm doing no damage. Also because there are the healers that are very annoying and are keeping them healed up. But yeah, just it's insane. Okay, here we go. The snipers level 10. Look at this, 0 kills. These snipers have a little more kills because I placed them a lot sooner. But yeah, the ones you can clearly see the ones I placed not so soon, because of the fact that they have a lot less kills. Like this one is just 51 compared to this one like 14,000. This one 51 as well to 12,000, 60 to 13.4 thousand. So yeah. At this stage, if you place any new tower, it doesn't really make that much difference. Flame tower here, 3,000. This one 700. This one 1,000. So yeah, not even like flame tower because of the ultimate is really killing that many enemies. So yeah, that just speaks volumes. All right. Mining time 26 minutes. Okay, so I think that once these miners reach 0, I'm gonna use like a Firestorm, and that's where I'm gonna do the trick with Gauss already. I'm gonna build up one Gauss, I think this one, right? So that is aligned with the path. I might need to sell these crushers. But yeah, that should be fine. And yeah, that's how to do it. And this is the moment of truth, because this is where I'm gonna see if my original idea of using Sniper Ultimate actually works with Gauss. Because like healers especially are immune to Flame. So they are immune to Flame Tower. They can't be even attacked by Flame Tower, see the big 0? And therefore I can't one-shot them with Flame Tower Ultimate. I can only one-shot them. Like I can't one-shot them at all. But what I was doing is like I was trying to see, okay, if Gauss is gonna bring them so low to 6.5% remaining HP, with the snipers doing this amount of damage with the crits, right? They're doing millions of damage with the crits. And if I can kill them by critting, I can create this explosion that deals 38.5% of the enemy max HP. And this is pretty much my ticket to kill those healers, right? Because like if they have 6.5% HP left and I make them explode with 38.5%, it's gonna kill them automatically. But I'm gonna need, in order to create this, I'm gonna need to kill at least one enemy. Like all the healers must be pretty close to one another, and then I have to kill them with a critical hit and closer than 3.5 tiles. So with any sniper, that is gonna be closer than 3.5 tiles. If any other sniper procs the kill, I lose this explosion. I lose this ability. So that's why I think I'm also gonna need to sell all these other snipers I placed further back. I'm gonna have to sell them, because otherwise, like, I just risk to proc this explosion, like to kill the enemies without proccing the explosion. So I just lose this percentage damage, and yeah, that might cause me to lose. I'm sorry guys if you hear some noises in the background, but there are doing some repairs in some houses, so yeah, there's a lot of noise. "22 minutes here." Yeah, the UPS is dropping more and more, unfortunately. Okay, snipers level 20, here we go. These also increase even more the damage that they do, because it's 259% more damage at max range. Which, of course, in this case, the range of the snipers are so large that they can reach even, some of the snipers can reach even the portals. But yeah, no, it's just more damage. So max in DPS has stayed pretty much stable at 16.3 billion, even if like I place all these snipers, so that's weird. But yeah, let's just wait here. I'm gonna just wait for these miners to reach 0, and that's where I'm gonna create one Gauss, one clone. I'm gonna use an ability. I might need to sell some crushers. I'm gonna see if it's actually needed that I sell them or not. I think it's gonna be needed, but let's see. Because the projected speed is 16, so yeah, they're very quick. Yeah, there is nothing really to be said other than letting this timer run out. Enemies shouldn't really reach the base just because of how long this path is, and the fact that I'm still killing some of these enemies, so yeah. I've purposely created the map to be so long so that even by using global abilities, you can see the enemies take so long to reach again the base that my energy recharges entirely. So that just guarantees that I can exhaust all my abilities without ever running out of energy. Okay, so that's Basilion. Also, this one should be Basilion now. I saw this one, yeah, nice. This one's getting closer to 900 million. Alright. Alright. Yeah, not bad. Okay, how much time? Yeah, 70 minutes. Yeah, this is where time starts to go slower, almost in-game, than real time. To be honest, like, I could even do the trick right now. Like, I don't have to really wait for these miners to actually reach 0. I don't know. Where are the enemies? Right here. Yeah, let's just wait. Let's wait. Rock Melt, hi, welcome to the stream. What in Redstone is this? This is an attempt to reach the highest wave possible in the game. I'm currently at wave 2000, and yeah, at the moment I'm waiting for to start building up some cloned Gausses so that they can get a lot of damage. And I was really waiting for just these timers to run out, so that I get the double, I exhaust its double mining time, and yeah, then after I create Gauss, I should be able to start doing some very nice things. Here are Mickey at 1991. Hi, welcome. So yeah, unfortunately the game, as I said before, like, it lags a crazy amount because of the sheer amount of enemies. There are thousands and thousands of enemies right now in the screen, and that is causing the UPS to drop. And well, that's just the lag that you see. So yeah. The FPS, I think, is not really the cause of the lag, but it's really the UPS, the units per second. Even if I go, like, I tried to go to settings, because see here that the game is like smooth, right? It's just in game. Like, I've tried to really, maybe I can disable here the UI animations, right? I'm gonna disable them. I'm gonna disable the live leaderboards. I'm gonna keep this one. So yeah, let's see if I do this now, if the game, like, improves. Yeah, not really. Yeah, it's the same. It could be the freezing effect, but even if I just zoom out, see that, like, you don't see anymore the icon, right? And I don't really see is the small icons that are causing the lag. I think it's just a sheer amount of enemies that the game has to process, all pushing forward, you know, all with their own personal amount of HP, movement, passive, debuffs, all that. And that is what is causing really the lag. Plus all the crashers here also, the enemies inside crashers. And yeah, I think it's the amount of enemies that's really causing the issue here. I'm gonna just Again, activate this because I see that that's not the problem. Yeah, I've disabled everything. Maybe also I could disable large fonts. I don't know. This one is actually making the game smoother. So yeah, I mean, I could try to disable it. Let's see. If I disable that, is the game smoother? Let's see. No, not really. It could be also a little bit the snowballs. The amount of snowballs in the screen could also affect the lag. But as I said before, like once I'm gonna use a global ability and I'm gonna kill most of these enemies, the game is gonna speed up again. And that's why, like, I know that it's not really the snowballs are causing the lag, but it's the amount of enemies. Because when there are no enemies, the game just runs smoothly. Right, 12 minutes here. Let's go. 12 minutes, and I'm gonna be cloning the first Gauss. And I think after that, yeah, I think I might do the trick first. I might clone the Gauss first, then use the global ability. And then yeah, with one single Gauss, I should be able to do a lot of damage. And yeah, I shouldn't anymore have the problem with these enemies sneaking through. I'm gonna need to sell, as I said before, some of these crushers. And yeah, what I'm gonna do is gonna be like that. Like, I'm gonna build one clone Gauss. I'm gonna then survive. When I'm gonna see that still, even with that single clone Gauss, enemies will go to push forward. Then I'm gonna build another one, and then another one, and then I'm gonna start building all the next one. So that, like, my basics are gonna still keep on earning experience, so that I can, the Gausses that I'm gonna build later on will be able to be stronger. So yeah, that's my idea. Try setting the post-processing graphics scale to 90 and increase the FPS a bit. Oh, let's see. Wait, this one? Oh, no, wait. You were talking to... Oh yeah, the graphics. Yeah, let's reduce the graphics, reduce the effect graphics. Yeah, maybe a bit better, but even with the lower graphics, you can see that the UPS is still there. It's still very low. And that's the main problem, like these units per second. That's why enemies are moving so slow. It's not really the FPS here, the problem. If I activate also this new thing that's called like detail mode, can it help? Maybe also reducing the UI scale. Let's see. Yeah, maybe a bit better. I was like in 27 before, now it's 29. But yeah, it doesn't really change that much. Oh wow. And I also disable this, because like if I have this effect active, you can see the whole freezing aura, which is just fogging everything. So yeah, that's why I've also activated. I've changed here the aspect of the towers. So enemies are right here, right? The furthest ones, yeah. Okay, let's see the timer. 10, yeah. So because of the fact that changing the post-processing or changing changing here doesn't really change that much, I'm gonna just deactivate it. And I'm gonna go back to the UI like I had it before. Erdentax, hi, welcome. Snowline looks cool and other all looks amazing. Yeah, it looks very cool. But maybe I have like overdone it. Just too many snowballs. I don't think it's necessary to have that many. Also because like once you stun enemies once, they are immune to any additional stuns from snowballs. So that's why you can see the snowballs are able to push forward and to just go through enemies until they hit these ones, right? The first ones that are being spawned. That's why you can see the snowball icon, the stun. So yeah. Right, 9 minutes and 40. I really hope that I can exhaust the time here. Otherwise, I'm gonna use, regardless, the Firestorm. I'm gonna build my Gauss, and then whatever. Do you have other tabs on? Not really. I have just well, the stream active. So I have OBS active and YouTube, you know, streaming. I'm streaming directly on YouTube. That's the only things I have active. But I've done this, like I played even without, by myself, right? And the game is the same. Like having OBS active and YouTube streaming active is not really changing that much the UPS. Maybe a little bit, no, but it's almost the same. It's just the fact that there are so many enemies that's it. Okay, enemies are right now at the moment. Okay, I really need to kill. Like I really need a lot of these oriented enemies so that I can kill these guys. So yeah. $20.37 wave. And I'm gonna just have this miner open to check the time remaining. Time now in game is moving slower than real time. And look here at the speed. Even if I change the speed, it's the same. Doesn't really change. Alright, so let's keep on playing here. I really hope I can exhaust the mine time. Otherwise, as I said before, I'm gonna just do the trick with Gauss after I use the global ability, even if I haven't really exhausted all the double time, whatever. There will be like just 3 minutes left, something like that. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna clone one Gauss, and that should solve all my problems. I bet that your PC is taking a toll because of the amount of enemies to try to calculate. Yeah, I think it's not really my computer, because my computer is pretty smooth. Like if I open up different things, you can't see them right now, but like if I open them, my computer like works fine. My processing of the computer is fine. I think it's the in-processing of the game itself. I think it's the process of the game. It's not like my computer, it just depends on the game. I think the game can't just process like this amount of enemies at the moment, right? Considering crushers, considering the enemies moving, considering their different HPs, buffs, you know, all that, debuffs, I think the game itself like can't process fast enough. So yeah, I don't think it's my computer. My computer is pretty fine at the moment. The cool thing about this game is that it's very, very easy on the processor, on the graphic, card, and so on. Like this is a very, very well done and video game that really consumes very little from the computer itself. So that's why I think it's more like an in-game thing, trouble. And that's what you can see. Like if I go pause here a moment, right? Here we go. And you just go through the dates, you can see they're always increasing the performance. So the performance here that they're increasing, it's exactly that. Like calculating enemies, being able so that the game can handle very large amount of enemies, and that's the things that they're still not improving. So I think it's more of a problem of the game itself, how it's built, rather than like the computer. In this case, because my computer is pretty good, and this game is very easy on the processor, the graphic card, and so on. Okay, let's see where the enemies are. Right here, right? Yeah, there they are. Also, you can see that Crashers is trying to grab the enemies, but is not really able to, and that's because of a feature of enemies. Like, if an enemy has been grabbed by a Crasher, and then it's released, it's less likely that it's gonna be able to be grabbed again. And the more times this process occurs, like the more time you grab an enemy, you release it, you grab it, you release it, you grab it, enemies become more and more and more immune to being grabbed again. And yeah, at a certain stage, the chance to grab them is so low that yeah, you can't grab them anymore. So yeah. Opoxen420, hi, welcome. So yeah, that's where you can see these Crushers like trying desperately to grab these enemies, and they're not able to. That's because of the passive resistance that enemies develop after they've been grabbed 2, 3, 4, or even more times. Okay, let's check the miners here. How much? 5 minutes. Yeah, I think enemies are going to be able to reach my base faster than that, because you're already up here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do the cloning process with Gauss much sooner. Oh, 10 viewers? Oh, nice. Popular? I wouldn't say so. But yeah, I just do it for fun, so I don't really mind or care too much about how many live viewers, I have. The important thing is that these videos, are then available in my channel so that anyone can watch them, even later on in another time. So yeah. Ooh, the lag. The lag is insane. Okay, so enemies are up here. Yeah, my miners could be like around 2 minutes, right? When enemies are gonna reach my base, because it's still pretty long. This is a very long straight line. So if you guys have any other questions regarding like the game or other things, just let me know in the chat. Because I'm getting pretty annoyed by the fact that the game is lagging so much. But yeah, there's nothing I can do. So what is this? Oh, there is a bug. Enemies are being held by Crusher. The freezing effect doesn't disappear even if I zoom out. Look at that. Oh, that's so weird. That's so weird. Look at this. So I will be using one Firestorm. That might cause the healers to survive. Like I see one healer here being very low HP. And some other healers should be like around. But yeah, I think I'm gonna still be fine. Or maybe I could use just one nuke just to be sure I can destroy all of them, and then by using Gauss, by the cloning process. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. What do you guys think I should do? Maninder Singh, hi, welcome. How long did it take to reach wave 2000? A lot of time, especially because of this lag. After wave, I think it was like 1600. Yeah, around 1600. Enemies started to push forward. I couldn't really kill them anymore as quickly. And yeah, that's where the game started to lag, and now it's lagging like crazy. Like to the last 300 waves probably has took me like 3 hours. It's just insane. And you can see here the time. I've played so far 27 hours, right? Yeah, 26 and something hours. Steve Busky, Buske, hi, welcome. Hey, just want to say thank you for all the videos you make. Oh, thank you so much. You're welcome, and I'm really happy that my videos, you know, are useful and are watched. Let's see, 2 minutes and 40. Actually, I might be able to expire to use all this double time. Yeah, that's great news. That's pretty good. Wave 500 plus reduce FPS. I didn't really notice a drop in the FPS because of the fact that in wave 500 it was insta killing enemies, so they weren't really able to stack or to you know, occupy too much memory in the game. So I really didn't notice the drops in the FPS. But yeah, the UPS that's what is causing this insane lag. It's not really the FPS, but it's the UPS. It's the units per second. The game just can't process enough stuff at the same time, so it gets lower and lower. And yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. But you know, having the game that is so laggy, it also helps you because of the fact that you can see things like in slow motion, so you can react, you can do more things more quickly. And yeah, that's in one way, you know, rather than reducing the speed, like I don't need to reduce the speed of the game because of the fact that the game is already slowed down. So yeah, that's the bright side. So what do you guys think? Should I use a Farstorm here that is gonna leave all the healers alive? Or should I use Nuke that is gonna completely annihilate and destroy all enemies? What should I do here? After I do this, remember, I'm gonna do the cloning process of Gauss. I might do it even before I use the global ability. Let's see. So enemies are right here. Yeah, there are still around 10 platforms here. Distance. 10 tiles, as it's called. Let's see. Do I have any disoriented enemy that can kill these light enemies, please? Yeah, here we go. Thank you. Those enemies are killed by the disoriented enemies, which are procced by Crushers level 10. Alright, here we go. They're getting closer and closer. Mining time, yeah, it's 1 minute left. But I think these enemies are gonna reach my base too quickly. Oh no, actually I was able to kill some of them. Nice. Yeah, there was a clutch. Those were some clutch kills. One enemy here, then yeah, here there are a lot. I think 1 minute just left. Okay, here we go. Nice. Yeah, some more kills. Good, good. Another here enemy. Disoriented one. Yeah, I call them the zombie enemies, like because they move in the opposite direction and they're doing damage to the actual enemies. Like in BTD6, so that's why I call them a zombie. Alright. 39 seconds, come on. Come on, come on. Not really, there aren't really a lot of enemies here, so if I can create just 1 or 2 zombies, I should be able to kill them. Yeah, here we go, nice. This enemy is grabbed. Yeah, here we go, more time, more time. Yes. Yes. Come on. Oh, look at the time, how slow it's going. Super slow. 18 UPS. Come on, 15. Yeah. Yeah, I should be able to do it. Yeah, here we go. Come on. Yeah, just want the timer to exhaust. Enemies are gonna be very close, but I think I'm gonna use a nuke. So in that way, I can just instantly kill everything, and I don't care about like having some healers even here. And boom, that's it. That's normal mining time. So now it's time for the cloning process. So I'm gonna just exit here, just to reset everything, and then continue. And now, oh sorry, there is a comment. The level 20 crusher ability to me is only useful on long roads because of the coin gain. Yeah, that's true, but in this case, I don't really care about the extra coins because you can see that I have a lot of coins. And because of the fact that the road is so long that I will be reaching the maximum coin value like when the disoriented enemies maybe like here. So all the remaining time is going to be useless. So that's why I prefer to go for more power so that I can hold the enemies longer. So that's why I'm going for the extra power here for Crusher. And yeah, that's the idea. Okay, here we go. So let's do the first cloned for Gauss. Let's, as I said before, I'm going to use this basic because it's the one that has the highest amount of experience so far earned. This one is still more than 1 billion, but it's less. So now in order to do the clone, yeah, I have to think carefully though. Like, I'm gonna, yeah, I have to create the clone here on the bottom side, because if I create it in the top side, then I will not be able to create in the bottom from this basic. So this basic has to create the clone in the bottom. This one here, this one here. All right, here we go. Yeah. So selling this one, Gauss, and selling this miner's wall. So the cloning should be done here. All right, let's exit once again. And we want to have anything active, right? Any movement. Now, 2 frames. Remember, guys, 2 frames. You don't have to do anything else. You have to click here, clone. Once you have the clone, you click right away on self-improvement on the next frame. And that should be Gauss having now billions. Yeah, as much damage as possible. It's not really that much because it's less than 500,000%, but still, it's level 1, no level 0. I'm gonna get the first ability here. I'm gonna go for more power. So 2.65 billion already, level 0. Like I haven't even upgraded it. So that's the power. Now, because this basic now doesn't have any more experience, I have to sell these Gauss and sell this basic as well. And now what I can do is I can go for, I don't have any mining speed though, modifier mining speed. I have only 2 modifiers. So I can place 1 here, right, for these 4. And then, so what is better, here or here? To place the last mining speed modifier. So if I increase the speed of these 2, they give experience to this basic and this one, right? Through this 2. To this 4 actually. This 3. If I get it right here, the extra mining speed is going to increase the speed of these 2 that actually give experience to more basics. So yeah, it's better placing it here. Alright. I'm gonna go also for 1 damage. And I don't have anything more that I can use. So that's it. Yeah, careful here to enemies. Yeah, I still have some time. And let's upgrade now this Gauss. Let's use 1 nuke, as I said before. Boom. And play. Now, I'm just gonna go slow. See, now the game, guys, is very fast. Yeah, see the crushers actually grabbing them. Yeah, that's a problem. So, let's sell. And also the snowballs are problematic, yeah. Okay, so I need to do a lot of things here. I need to sell all these crushers. All these ones that are very, very expensive. because these ones are the ones I placed for last. So they like I needed a lot of coins. Let's keep these snipers for the moment, but I have to sell all these freezing towers. Yeah, because I can't create these many snowballs. Actually, I might need not to create snowballs at all. So let's do this very quickly. So in that way I can call the next waves early and I can start getting some double time once again. So that's the idea. Sending all these freezings. Well, actually I can just play as I'm doing this, right? I don't have to pause the game. Alright. All these freezings. No more snowballs. No more. And also these ones in the right side. So here I'm gonna just pause because I have to sell these ones. And I have to build them again. Because of the extra damage, right? Yeah, also these crushers are not really helpful. How much damage is this guy was doing? Oh yeah, I haven't upgraded it. Yeah, here we go. 1.14 trillion. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be more than fine. Here we go. Selling. Unfortunately, there isn't a way to sell all these towers at once together. Okay, and now I'm gonna replace them. 4, 5... 8. Here. And I'm gonna upgrade them to the maximum so that I have the percentage damage, the slow, but I don't have anything else. Let's see. Yeah, these snowballs are gonna run out slowly, but that's the idea. Why are you deleting freezings? Because I don't... otherwise I'm gonna stun... See, enemies are being stunned here at the beginning. My timer is running out and I'm not even damaging them. So that's why I need to have these enemies to be spawned so that I can call the next waves early. And I can start once again having the double mining time. So that's why I'm deleting all these snowballs. Here we go. I'm gonna keep the other towers. Why not? But yeah, the snowballs have to be cancelled. And I think also this blast. I'm gonna change again to this so that I see the actual numbers. Yeah, these blasts I don't think are doing me a favor. Yeah, not these ones. Can't stun the enemies. Alright, yeah, this should be fine. Better. And yeah. These crushers, I don't know if I should keep them because of the fact that they're still very expensive. The snowballs are finishing, right? Yeah, here we go. They're over. Yes. Finally, no more. No more stun. The main problem might be the fact that enemies... Yeah, still some enemies are being stunned by... By what? What? Why are they stunned? Wait, is there a blast somewhere? No, there isn't. Why are these enemies being stunned? By what are they being stunned? I don't understand. Yeah, there is a crusher that's actually reaching them. I think might be this one. So I'm gonna sell that. Also this one. Yeah, these two blasts who I think we're reaching. And we're stunning the enemies. Yeah, here we go. Now no stun. Other than the stun from Gauss from level 10. That's fine. But the important thing is that there is no throwing backwards. No blast level 10. That's the problem. The throwback. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't care here which enemies are killed in which way. I just care about killing them. So yeah, that's fine. The next crusher, the next blast is up here, but it's very far away. And also stun up here. Should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I can keep all the other towers. Yeah. Here we go. How long did you grind it? Thousands of portals just for one level? Not really. I haven't really grinded portals. You get, like, once you max through frequency or rarity, you get a ton of portals, 50% difficulty, with a bunch of different enemy types. So I just got through the ones I had, and I just went through that until I found one that was the ones that were useful. Now, there is one freezing, though, that is causing... I think it might be this one. So let's sell it. So these freezings have always the enemies in range. Yeah, because there are no snowballs being created from right at the bottom, right at the back. So yeah, yeah, it's fine. Red hot. No, wait. Retro HD 3. Hi, welcome. How many enemies are in each wave? At the moment, let's take a look here. So let's suppose the next wave. The next wave is gonna be fighter, right? This portal has 0 fighter. This one has 15 plus 14, so that's 29. This one has 0. 29 plus 14 is 43. 43, 57, and 71. So yeah, the next fighter wave, for example, there are 71 fighters combined. Now if you combine all the portals. Alright, very nice. So now this allows me to, once again, get double mining time, get more experience. And I'm still, with most of these basics, other than this first one, right? I'm still earning experience. So yeah, the next houses that I'm gonna build, are gonna be even stronger than this one. So that's my goal. And I only have 1 damage modifier. I don't even have that many. And in theory, like, because of just the amount of castles I'm gonna build, I'm not gonna be really able to get that many modifiers. Because I only have a total of like 11 damage modifiers and then like 13 power modifiers. So yeah, I'm gonna have to split, and each Gauss I think is not gonna be able to get more than 2, maybe 3 modifiers, the ones in the center. But still, I can increase this damage, I think, up to probably 3 trillion with the Gausses in the center, and the ones in the corners probably around like 2 trillion. That should be a pretty reasonable amount. And yeah, now like this, you can see, guys, the game is very smooth. Maximum FPS, maximum units per second, because I'm just insta-killing the waves. Enemies have around 5 billion, 4 billion HP. My Gauss is doing 1 trillion damage, so that's of course many times more. So that's why I can always destroy all the enemies, bring them to 6.5% HP. I got here my flame tower. That can probably is the one that's one-shotting most enemies. Let's see here. Yeah, see the kills. But I'm pretty sure that some of these kills are actually coming from the snipers. So from the sniper ultimate, hopefully. I'm not gonna activate here the ultimate from these freezings because, again, I don't want to create this snowball effect. So that these enemies can all come out and yeah, I can call the next wave early and I can earn the double money time. And once again, my goal is going to be to survive like this as long as I can. When I'm going to see it's not going to be possible anymore, then I'm going to maybe this basic up here is the second one that has the highest experience. I'm going to create a Gauss here. Then I'm going to add the third Gauss. And when having 3 Gausses in a straight line is not going to be enough anymore, that's where I'm going to start doing the ones in the sides. So first this left side, then probably then probably this, so the straight line in the other direction, and then here. And that's where I'm going to place all the crashes once again, and I'm going to do all the remaining stuff. I can actually maybe just get the bounties again, so that I can get even more coins. Getting coins is very important because of the fact that later on the amount of crashers becomes super expensive, like placing them, upgrading them. So yeah, I don't really mind here generating even more coins from the bounties. So yeah, that's my goal. And for the few enemies that are going to be at the corner, so they're not going to be really hit by Gauss, I should have the snipers, I should have the knockback up here from this blast, so that's why I capped this blast. And I also have Crusher here that can take the enemies, right, in case it might be needed. But yeah, actually these Crushers, I could sell all of them, to be honest. Yeah. Now my maximum DPS is much higher, see? 135 billion. Coming all from Gauss, pretty much, almost all of it. And yeah, that's it. So that's the next stage of the game. Have cloned 1 Gauss. It has 442.6 thousand percentage damage. Enough to get 1 trillion with getting it level 10 with 1 damage modifier. If I remove this damage modifier, let's see, the damage is 723 billion. So yes, definitely lower. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So I think like this, I can survive until wave maybe 3000, maybe around that. Once again, I'm gonna get these miners to have as much to give as much experience, you know, to the remaining basics. And probably when I'm gonna see that I'm gonna start struggling, I'm gonna remove auto wave, so that I'm gonna let all the double timer to run out once again. Same mechanics. And once the timer is gonna be reaching 0, that's where I'm gonna clone another Gauss, and that's the process I'm gonna be doing. So yeah, any questions, guys? Do you like my strategy? Do you think is a good strategy? It's gonna allow me to survive until wave 7500, or do you think there are some things that can be further improved? What do you think? So maybe here I can change to weakest, actually. Weakest. Yeah, this 4. Yeah, some waves are gonna have more enemies, some waves are gonna have less. Normally, like fast waves, these yellow triangles, there are more enemies normally. You can probably survive until the enemies have their HP 5 times bigger than Gauss damage. 5 times bigger, that might be a little bit too much. Because like once enemies are gonna have 5 trillion HP, I think 1 Gauss is gonna not be enough. I think I can survive until enemies are gonna have like around 100 billion HP. So until my Gauss is gonna do 10 times more damage than the amount of HP of the enemies, I think I can survive until then. But afterwards, because of the fact that each enemy has this amount of HP, that's where you start having too much. And yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna need to clone more Gausses. But But yeah, love watching and have no ideas for improvement. I guess PC will die faster. I don't think so, because like you can see how now smooth the game is. Now that I'm killing all these enemies very quickly, they can't stack up, so the memory of the game is not overloaded. And yeah, my FPS and my UPS is perfect. So I think that I should be fine. And I'm not gonna anymore wait until enemies are gonna be up here until I use, you know, a global ability. I'm gonna try to save now these global abilities until the very end of the game, like until wave 7500. Because based on what some players have been saying is that once you reach wave 7500, you stop one-shotting enemies with Flamethrower ultimate. And so yeah, that's where, even if your Gausses, you're not doing trillions and trillions of damage, those enemies, you know, are left. They start pushing forward. You will not be any more able to destroy them, and or it's gonna be a lot harder. So that's when enemies can stack up, can push forward, and for that time is where I'm gonna once again use all my skills to place the freezings, to place blast, to place crushers, and to just hold on. Imagine this with 900% portals. I think this is impossible. Like if you go for maximum percentage difficulty on endless plus maximum percentage difficulty portals, it's impossible. I think you wouldn't. I think already surviving wave maybe like 1000 would be like a huge achievement, because of just the amount of HP enemies get. It's insane. So yeah, I don't think this is possible with a endless difficulty now being higher. Yeah, I've tried the challenge with without upgrading the towers, like leaving all the towers over 0, and with maximum portals with maximum difficulty. I was able to survive until like wave 500, something like that. But yeah, after that, I just started struggling, and I ended up losing very quickly, because it doesn't really take that much. It just takes a little bit of like some enemies stacking up, not being destroyed that quickly. They stack up, and that's where you just lose. It's very, very easy to go over that threshold. Like even in around 50 waves, that might be enough for you to lose. So that's why you always have to pay attention. Wave 150, well, it depends on your setup. Like if you set up a map like this one, a custom like this one, you have your endless research, you know, maxed, and you know what to do. Like you know which towers to use, you know the setup, you know the tiles, and so on. You place the correct portals with the correct type of enemies, right? I think that anyone can survive until wave at least 1000. Like without using Gausses, could you see, guys, that and not even exhausting all my abilities, I was able to survive until wave, like more than wave 2000. And so even without using Gausses, you know that it's the main way to do a lot of damage, so to survive in the late game. But even without using Gausses, you can still survive a lot. It's just important to know what to do, which towers to place, the setup, and yeah, this map definitely helps. Like I built it in a way that it really facilitates surviving a lot. Did you FAK on this attempt? Yeah, on previous waves I did. Like I had the game open, I was doing other things on the computer, and every now and then, you know, I checked to see if I was still killing the enemies, if the enemies weren't pushing too forward. But yeah, but I've never truly FAK'd, because I don't like, I don't trust. Now, at this stage, I think I can go FAK now, because I trust my Gauss to do a lot of damage. I trust my snipers, I trust my crushers right here, my blasts, so I know that there is no way that enemies can reach this turn and can start turning, so that my Gauss, you know, doesn't do any more damage. I think I'm pretty sure about that for the next like 500 waves at least, so I could go FAK at this moment. Why don't you use skill points on freezes? Because they don't need to. If I use the ultimate, I'm gonna start creating the snowballs, and the snowballs are gonna be delaying because of the stun on the portal. I will be delaying how quickly I can spawn the next wave, and so I will be giving less double mining time to my miners. So yeah, that's why I'm not using here the skills. And power is useless because I just get a bit more freezing speed, which once again is more than 100%. So I insta freeze enemies, like I insta slow them. So yeah, that's why it's pointless. I would risk a whole day of... Yeah, that's the problem. Like if you, for whatever reason, enemies are pushing forward and you're not in the computer, you can't react. Right? You can't build more stuff. You can't use abilities, and you just lose. And so you go back to the computer, and then you have lost, and that's terrible because you have wasted hours and hours and hours of build up and everything. Yeah, it's just terrible. So yeah, that's why you can go over this problem if you like save the game to another cloud save, and that's where you play. And in case you end up losing, then you can always go to the other cloud save where you had the game before you lost it. So that's the only way where you can take once again a save game. But I don't think it happens anymore because I think now the South Claves, the South Cloud is like they're all linked. So you can continue a different game in another cloud save. I think you can't do it that anymore. So yeah. .3 FAK strategy, yeah, that's sad when like you have done all the setup, right, and then you just go back to the computer or to the phone, you know, a little bit too late, and you have lost and you haven't got any loot. Yeah, I know the feeling. It has happened to me as well. It's very, very sad, especially. But at least on 6.3, you know, you have lost 10 minutes, 12 minutes, right? But on this particular game, like if I end up messing up and end up losing, I'm losing like 24 hours of game time. Well, actually it could be around like 10 hours of real game time. But yeah, I'm losing like hours and hours of gameplay, not just minutes. So it's much, much worse, the feeling. Alright, I think that's it, guys. I'm gonna leave you guys on this part of the game. If you don't have any other questions, I have to go have lunch. And as you can see here, at the moment, I'm very, very good. I don't have to do anything. I can trust my Gauss to help me to survive until wave, as I said before, probably 2700. I'm gonna check again on the computer around wave 2500 to make sure, you know, I'm still surviving. Because you can see the enemies, like they get the boost in HP very quickly. Like they go from 10 billion HP to 20 billion, like in around maybe 100 waves. So if you AFK for too much, yeah, that might be bad. So yeah, that's it. I'm very happy now with this first cloning process as has occurred. No, and this Gauss is still earning some additional damage, so it's even better. You know, I know it's really doing very little compared to the actual damage output, but you know, better than nothing. So yeah, thank you guys for having watched the stream. I'm gonna definitely do another, either a stream or a video, where I'm gonna have to do the next cloning process. So when I'm gonna be creating the next Gauss. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Really, thanks for watching and have a nice day, and see ya. Bye bye.